Um, I just wanted to jump on and see if anybody would like to talk. Yeah. You would think I would be awake by now. I mean, it's 10 o'clock here. We had a very eventful morning this morning, so I just thought I would jump onto the live here, and I don't even know if people will join or whatnot, but I know it's a little bit later in the day, and most people are probably working. Um, I am currently on my spring break, so um, I am not working. I don't know what this situation is, so it's kind of bothering me. Yeah, I'm on my spring break, and my co-teacher decided she wanted to take the whole spring break off, so I worked for her on Monday, and then I worked for myself on Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday. We only have classes Tuesday through Thursday, so yeah. Um, It is a beautiful sunny spring day here. It's supposed to get near the 80s, which I'm not a big fan of. It's a little too early, but as you can hear, nature is calling. Um, I just wanted to pop on and see if anybody wanted to say hi. There's someone there, so hello. I'm not sure who that is because I can't see who's joining me. So um, thank you for popping on. How are you today? I hope that you're well. It is a lovely day today. I took my morning walk, which I do every morning to celebrate my mobility, and having a cup of coffee. And I hope that everyone is. Oh, hi, Kim. Hello. Good morning. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. I know on the Sunday night chat you weren't feeling very good, so I hope that you're feeling better and today is bringing you just joy. Yeah, Sunday was eventful for us too. If you were on the live, I'm sure that you saw that we had a sewer back up in our basement, right in the middle of the live. I mean, why not? So, plumber came this morning. That's why I'm a little later at doing it things. The plumber came this morning about 7:30, and we actually got to. The sound of flushing toilets has never been so sweet. So Kim, are you having, do you drink coffee or are you enjoying your morning? Are you having a slow morning or are you working or feeling better? Wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm having a little cup I made some more Samoa coffee in my Powell's book cup. I've never been to Powell's. It's on my bucket list. So I don't know, maybe this is silly, but I like to buy souvenirs or from places that I want to visit. I like to buy a souvenir or I can find it online or at a thrift store or something and then I keep it and then when I go there it's kind of like an incentive. So um, I traveled to Michigan well, I've been to Michigan before, but in September I traveled to Mackinac Island and I had a Mackinac Island souvenir. Oh, since I retired, I have very slow mornings. Yes, since I went from full time to part time. Slow mornings are essential for me too. I don't start my work day until after 1 o'clock, so that always I function better when I have a gentle morning. The mornings of rushing out of bed, rushing to get ready, rushing to work, and just feeling like your whole day is spent rushing is just not good for my soul. So, and I'm privileged enough to be able to do that. I know not everyone has that privilege, and I'm very blessed and I'm very cognizant of that. I spent many, many years doing the morning rush, and I'm just thankful I don't have to do that anymore for my mental health and my physical health. So, Kim, I'm glad that you're feeling better. And Kim, you said you were retired. What did you retire from? I see a few more people on there. Please don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. I really appreciate that, and I'm thankful for you all for even showing up because, you know, like my plug, my plug here. This is real life. This is my patio. It's kind of my sanctuary. This is where I enjoy my morning coffee. Have a morning coffee. Have a morning read. So, what are you reading? Speaking of reading, that's why we're here, right? Kim says most days I lay in bed, read, watch TV, and play on my phone. LOL. I was gonna say you forgot read, but you wrote read. So those sound like good days. Currently reading Curds of Prey by Karina Moss. I am on chapter 9, and I am really enjoying it. but I'm not surprised. I love the first two. So as I'm reading this, this is, what is this? What is this thing right here? Anyway, I'm really enjoying this series. I think if you're a cozy mystery reader, I'm sure I think most cozy mystery readers have probably read this, but I love this series. It's quintessential cozy. It puts me exactly where I want to be. It takes place at a wedding, and the gang is catering the wedding, and there's a death at the shower, and it's very good. I have both. What's funny is I have this one, and then I plan to do the next one because I want to finish the series, and I'm a binger. So if I'm ready, I'm going to do that. But I also found this wonderful. I like vintage cookbooks. I found this little vintage cookbook. So I thought, I see a theme. I think I'm going to have a cheese theme week. So I was looking through this morning to see if I don't know, make a couple of cheese recipes while I'm reading my cheese book. Do any of you do that? Kind of make your life go towards the book that you're reading. I also thought about, I don't know, I'm not real great with the camera, as you can see. I'm not real great with the camera and like filming action things. I'm comfortable sitting and just chatting. And but I thought about how fun would it be to read one of the books and maybe do a recipe and film it and then taste test it, because the three recipes that are in here are savory oven pancake and spicy snack on a stick. Kim says she's reading The St. Patrick's Day Murder by Lee Harris and Malice at the Palace by Reese Bowen. Awesome. Those are some. Malice in the Palace, I think of Three Stooges immediately. That's where my brain goes. Anybody else think that too? Malice in the Palace was my favorite Three Stooges episode. But the recipes here, a Dutch baby. I've never made a Dutch. I might do that. Something to think about. Would you want to see someone cooking from a book? I don't know. I thought it would be fun. So, Kim, are you enjoying the books that you're reading? The Reese Bowen, that series is on my list to read. Gosh, I can't remember. I know I can see the cover and the name is slipping me, but I plan on reading that series this year too. I have the very first book and hope to continue it. Uh, more reading plans as far as the week goes for me is this one is part of my March Mystery Madness, the dress to the nines, since the cake topper is dressed up. He's in a tuxedo. She's in a gown, wedding gown. So rereads. Really? Kim, that's something I wish I did more of. I don't reread. Usually I read it once and I'm good. Um, I have a few of my favorites. Like I've reread the Harry Potter series more times than I can count. Like every time a new one would come out, I would reread it. Um, but I don't. I'd really like to reread my very favorite cozy mystery series by G.A. McKevitt, the Savannah Reed mysteries, and there's 24 in the series. I'd really like to reread them. Um, that's awesome that you're doing that. Wow, I know I get so caught up in all the flashy new things that I want to read all the new books, and I forget to go back to some of the old favorites. Malice is my dress to the nines, and St. Patrick's Day took place in March. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. I need to read a St. Patrick's Day book for sure. Being a mood reader, um, I'm not. I haven't found one yet. I have Buried in a Bog by Susan. It's not Susan. Sheila. Buried in a Bog by Sheila Connolly. I have the first one in my stack of cozies that I think I might try to pick up and read once I finish my March Mystery Madness reading things. Even though, God, how is St. Patrick's Day Sunday? Isn't that crazy? It's where has time gone? I just don't know. Yes, I'm going to apologize for my appearance, by the way. This is my walking gear. Local school district, most in HR. All right, awesome. I worked for 22 years in a school district. So, but I as a teacher, I was a co-teacher for my first couple of years, and then I full-time, like on my own teacher for 20 something years. HR in a school, so you've earned that retirement, girl. Oh, how's the weather where you are? Is it a nice day? I certainly hope that it is. I see there are 4 people on, so thank you for joining me. If you just joined me, I appreciate it. As I said, I am currently reading the third book in the Cheese Shop Mystery, Curds of Prey. I'm having myself a little protein coffee after taking my celebration of mobility walk. I don't miss work, but I miss my coworkers. I feel the same way. I don't miss teaching full time. I don't miss all of the negative things about it, but I do miss my coworkers, and I miss like the relationships that you build with kids. I miss that too. I'm very blessed. I still get to see. I'm very like I have very good friends with many of my former coworkers, so I get to see them pretty frequently, and I live near the area in which I worked, so I can get together and call them or have coffee or whatnot. Yeah. 75. Yeah, we're looking at almost 80 today too. Sounds like we're in similar regions. March. It's March and 80. That scares me a little bit. It's like, gosh, if it's 80 in March, what's it going to be in July? I'll probably move to Antarctica in July. I'm not a hot weather person. I never have been. I'm too pale. And I have too much insulation. I'm like a polar bear. I need some cold weather. uh, Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. Yeah, my plan was to go for 30, and I made it to 20. And health was one reason. Mental and physical health were one reason. Hi, Tammy. Hello there, Tammy. What are you reading? How's your day? I hope it's blessed and beautiful. I'm having a beautiful, blessed day. I can feel the breeze. Typical March, the sun is scorching and the breeze is freezing. But I love it. I'm in Georgia. I want to move to Florida to be near my daddy. Very nice. I've been to Georgia many, many times. Driving through Georgia is like a 4-day event, it seems like. My other mother lived in... Oh, hi, Tina. Hello, Tina. My other mother lived in Hephzibah, which is near Augusta. So I've driven there. And Jekyll Island, I've been there many, many times. St. Simon Island, Jekyll Island. Georgia's a beautiful place. It's nice and warm there. It's not my cup of tea, but it's nice and warm there. Hello everyone. Tina, what are you reading? How are you doing? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I need to get onto one of your lives. I apologize for that. We've had a lot of home drama here, so I haven't been as good of a YouTube friend as I would like to have been this week. Also, I've worked extra hours, so between those two things. But no more home drama. The pipes are clean. Yay! Plumbers were here. Alabama southwest area. Okay. All right. So yeah, I was going the other way, the southeast area, or actually the northeast area. Doing pretty good today, just chilling in the living room, listening to some music. That sounds delightful. What kind of music are you listening to? What do you like to listen to? Yeah. In all ways, and yay for clean pipes. Yes, in all ways and fashions. I no longer have to shower at the YMCA. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that opportunity is there, but I get to shower in my own house this morning. It's the little things. And the flushing of the toilets that's my favorite sound this morning. So I'm reading The Dog Who Knew Too Much by Krista Davis. Oh, how cute. You have a really adorable dog. Tina, you have a dog. I remember seeing a cute dog in one of your videos. I have god dogs. I don't own anything of my own, but I'm a really good auntie. I have dogs that come and visit me and stay here, and I have kids who come and visit me and stay here. I'm their aunt, but listening to Taylor Swift and Paris Paloma. I've never listened to Paris Paloma, but I do love me some T Swift. What's your favorite album Taylor Swift album. Mine is Folklore. Folklore and Evermore. They're, I think they go together. But yeah, Evermore is probably my favorite, but I love Folklore too. Yes, I'm a fan. I'm just listening to the birds, and thought I would jump on and see if anyone would like to chat this morning and say hello. People have been so kind and complimentary on these. So, a Jack Russell Terrier and a Golden Doodle. Tina, I have my niece, my doggy niece, is a Golden Doodle. Her name is Goldie. And then my grand doggy nephew is a Golden Doodle too, and his name is Oliver. And he's a baby, and he's learning because he's kind of he gets in out of trouble. Lover, I like Lover too. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. Now that's going to be in my head. Yep, love it. I have Taylor Swift in my truck, and I listen to that a lot. Love dogs, but my backyard isn't fenced, so I can't have one. I'm thinking about a cat if I can afford it, says Kim. Hi, Cynthia. Hello. So good to see you. Kim, I love animals, but they are costly and they take a lot of time. And I like being flexible. I like being able to, if somebody needs me, I can go. Or if if Dan and I decide one weekend we want to take off, I don't want to have to worry about it. I have two neighbor cats that come to visit, and I'm okay with that. So I'll just be an animal auntie. I love farm animals too. I wish I knew somebody that had farm animals. I'd come be their auntie and go pick eggs and pet goats and stuff, but I don't want to own them myself. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. You live alone. It is very lonely. Um, I understand that. I lived alone for about 15, 16 years, and often thought about getting a pet, but um, I just never did. Hi, Lou. Lou is joining the party too. Lou, what are you reading? And are you having some coffee or some other wonderful beverage? Case of the Blues. Ah, I'm reading this now and we'll start. Case of the Blues. Very cool. Yeah, earlier I was talking about all the cheese stuff. Cynthia says I would love to go to Scotland and work on a farm. Oh my gosh, I love Highland cows. Cynthia, it is so funny that you say that because this summer I did a research of my heritage, and a ton of my family heritage is in Scotland. And there's a portion of Scotland where people in my ancestry built multiple castles there. They were like builders. Tammy says, busy morning getting the girls to school. Time, yes, time change is killing me too. But they built those castles, and some of those castles are still standing, and you can visit them. Yes, I binge cozy mysteries. I absolutely do. I started a series and finish. Just finished my coffee, Lou says. Reading two books, Postmortem by Patricia Carr, In the Mirror, and The Light. Very nice, Lou. I haven't read either of those, but I'd like to. Kim says hers is Wales. Cynthia, Cozy Mystery Scotland trip. Yes, let's go. So I want to stay in one of the castles that my people built. And my husband bought me a piece of Scotland land. And so I officially am a lady. So I definitely, Scotland has my heart because I have so many roots there. I have, it means so much to me. And doing all the research and stuff, I actually found like tombstones with my family name on it. So it's awesome. Oh, I'm not fancy. I mean, anything but. Yay, Tammy, I love it. I love that you love T Swift too. Lou, I am so not fancy. But it was neat to see. They built them. They did not. They were laborers. They did not make them. Yes. Lady Sonia, thank you. Lady Sonia of Glencoe is my official name. Glencoe, Scotland. I want to go there. I also want to go to the Isle of Skye because I have some roots traced there too. Um, yeah, I tell my husband all the time that I really want to go to Scotland, but I'm afraid if we go, I won't come back because it calls my heart. Just the Scottish music, anything that has to do with it. You know, when I sleep, I have a reoccurring dream of walking through a castle barefooted in white gossamer gown. I don't know why that is. Thank you, Tina. I think so. Glencoe is stunning. It's absolutely breathtaking there. And it took some, well, that's where I want to visit, Cynthia. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. Um, I did learn that one of the first, I've never been out of the U.S. I haven't either. That's why these are big dreams for me. Is I've never been out of the U.S. I was gifted my passport for Christmas this year, so I hope to make some sort of plans. I thought maybe I turned 50 this year, and I thought, well, maybe I'll take a trip. But we had some things pop up that I probably won't go this year, but maybe next. Um, Kim says she hasn't ever either. Yeah, I have a good friend that lives in Michigan, and she's closer to Canada than she is the United States. And we were going to go and visit her, and I was going to go stay in Canada, so I could say I've been out of the United States for my 50th. But sadly, I don't think we'll get to do that. We'll figure out something. We'll always do something fun. But 50 is just another number, so maybe 51 will be my big travel year. Um, yeah, Scotland is always in my heart. I definitely need to go. And I, Tammy says my daughter bought her hubby a piece of land in Scotland. I think it's a foot by a foot. Yes. And so your husband, or her hubby, is actually, when you officially buy that property, you get a title, and so he would be officially a lord, and you can actually put those titles on your credit cards. And I'm not quite that crazy, but you can do that. Lou says she's only been to Canada to see Niagara Falls for an hour. Would love to go to England to see the English countryside. I'm like you, I probably wouldn't come back. If I went to the English countryside, I probably would just say, okay, I'm just going to pretend I'm Beatrix Potter and live in my little thatched cottage, roam in my garden. So, I want to go somewhere where there's no snakes, so I can roam around barefooted in a garden. Hi, Ro. Hello. Oh, all my friends are here. I love this. Yes, yes, said, yes, sorry, I'm home now. I can't leave. Yes, I agree. If I were a much younger teacher, and I probably would apply to teach over there or something. I just didn't realize that was an option when I was a younger teacher. The Cotswolds is my dream place. I just read something about the Cotswolds. Well, oh, Agatha Raisin. Agatha Raisin talked about the Cotswolds. I would like to go to Little Sorry and see Beatrix Potter's, like, all the farmland and stuff that she bought and then left for conservation. I would love to see that. One of my favorite movies is Finding Neverland, and the cottages and stuff that are in that. And the Beatrix Potter movie with Renee Zellweger is another favorite movie of mine. And just looking at all that English countryside just makes my heart swell. So, but also when I see the hills and the water of Scotland, oh, it just caught me to see. It's just like, oh, just my heart. I am meant to be near water. It's, not to be too, I don't know what we would call it, but I am happiest when I can hear water running. And not like my toilet that we had the problem with. I mean, like, movement, water, ocean. I live about 400 feet from the Missouri River. So moving water is, I don't know, it just calms my soul. Lou says she just bought a candle for the sole purpose that it had Peter Rabbit on the label. I love that. I love Peter Rabbit. Do any of you go back and read those? Hi, Pat. Hello. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me. What are you reading, Pat? Do any of you ever go back and read your old children's favorites? Kim's asking me if I've ever read the Dorothy Martin series by Jean Danes, retired teacher who moved to England. I have not, but I will check that out for sure. Tammy says I'm meant to be near water. Sadly, all I hear is potatoes. Honey, I like a potato. I like a potato, absolutely. Yeah, Idaho is beautiful though. I see some pictures from Idaho, and I just think it's lovely. Missouri is very well known for the waterways and caves. Tammy says, I love revisiting childhood. Me too. Lou says, I wasn't a reader as a child, so I didn't read children's books. It's a new experience. I have those too. We live near the river as well, pretty small, but you have to drive across the bridge to get to our house. That's awesome, Tina. I love that. Lou, I have some children. Anne of Green Gables was a whole new experience for me. I didn't read that as a child. The area that I grew up in, Laura Ingalls Wilder, Mansfield, Missouri. I'm not from that area, but it's a big talk, and so all we read was Little House. I didn't even know Anne existed. Timmy says it's beautiful, not near the ocean, which has my heart. I understand that. Kim says she has family in Missouri, in Springfield and near Kansas City. I love Springfield. We go there often. Ro, whenever I go to the mountains, I feel at home. Just the trees and the plants and the beautiful nature and the smells. I agree. That's how I feel in Michigan. I feel like I'm home. And Lou says Anne was so good. Yep, I love Anne of Green Gables. I love all of her books that I've read. I just read The Blue Castle. It was phenomenal. Cynthia's, I live around Springfield, and we went on a trip to Laura's house as a kid. Oh, that's awesome. Cynthia, are you a Missouri gal? Awesome. That's incredible. I have found so many Missouri friends here. That's wonderful. Tina said, oh my God, I just finished Anne of Green Gables for the first time. It was so amazing. All right, Cynthia. Cynthia, my niece, goes to Drury. So I'm in Springfield often. Pat says The Secret Staircase. I've heard great things about that book. Kim says I do reread children's books. That's wonderful. Ro is saying hi to everyone, and Louis, Missouri talk makes me want to jump in the car, go for some throat rolls. Nice. I graduated from Evangel. Nice, Cynthia. Oh yeah, the throat rolls. That's the only thing I really enjoy there, though. And I ate so many of those. I don't eat anything else. Yeah, Lambert's. Yes, Dan and I discovered Dole Whip in Springfield, and they have more boba tea shops there than any other place I've ever been. And I love boba tea, so I was just having Dole Whip and boba tea when we went there last. Lou says yes, Cynthia, and fried okra. Oh my gosh, I love. Okay, so I'm from more of the St. Louis area. Cynthia says if you're in Springfield, Society, I've been there. I've been there many times. Tammy, the throw rolls. We have in Springfield, Missouri, there's a restaurant called Lambert's. And I believe there's one in southern Missouri too. I want to say in Cape Girardeau maybe. But the throw roll is, you go in, it's family style. And I'm sorry about that, I got a bird. But it's family style. And you sit down and they throw rolls at you. If you want to roll, you just hold your hand up and they throw one at you. And they're really delicious. So that's a throw roll. It's literally thrown at you. Pat says she's 90% done and reading the third book in the series, A Poison Package by Aaron Scott. Very nice. Kim, the retired teacher book that you were talking about, would you message me with that title? Because I won't remember, and I don't think there's a way I can keep the comments here. Kim said, my daddy and stepmother lived in Boys Art near Springfield, moved to Florida in 2014. My stepbrother went to Evangel. Very nice. We're all family. We're just all family and neighbors. Lots of ties to Missouri. Did you hear the lady is suing them for being hit? Yes, I've heard many stories of people suing because they got hit by a roll. Hi, Esther. Got back from her library, her favorite place, mine too. Cynthia, it is a small world. So as I was saying, I'm more from the St. Louis area. And St. Louis is famous, of course, for their gooey butter cake and their Provel cheese and their pizza style, which is cracker. If you've never had a St. Louis style pizza, please do with Provel cheese. My dad lived in St. Louis in the early 60s. Very nice. No way, says Lou. Very cool. Kim Nelson says sister-in-law is a teacher at College of the Ozarks. One of my best friends graduated from College of the Ozarks. Very nice. That's the Joplin area. Storm is in that part of the state. So that's cool. Very cool. What a small world, y'all. My grandma and mom were born in Missouri. Never been, no. Ro, I think you would enjoy it. There's a lot of cute little cozy towns. Lou says she loves the Ozark, was born and raised in Arkansas. Cynthia says, come visit Ro. Ro, I live in a town that is very much like a cozy mystery town. I say it all the time. We have festivals almost every weekend. We're right by a river. And we have all the little meeting spots and little downtown coffee shops and bookstores and stuff. So very much reminds me of a cozy mystery. It's a big city, small town, if that makes any sense. If you ever have a chance, though, and I would love, I'm actually meeting with, on Sunday, I'm having coffee with someone who is a booktuber that's in this area, so I'm really excited. Cynthia says, this is so cute. I used to work at the children's home in Bridgeton. Oh my gosh, this is such a small world. It is amazing. I really do like it, Ro. Thank you, Lou. we for this era of our lives, this is a good space for us. I hope to retire to Michigan, like Petoskey, Traverse City area, because it's just my favorite place in the world. But right now, this era, this works for us. It's close to family. Both my mothers and my husband's mother are all living, and they live, within an hour's driving distance, so it's good. All right, Pat. Oh, second cup of coffee. I wish I could have a second cup. I'd be. Oh, Cynthia, Mackinac Island. I have, and I went in September for my birthday. My other mom, my fella, and myself, and then I met my pen pal, who lives in Michigan. But we went to Mac Island, and yes, one is my limit, Lou. We went to Mac Island, and it was incredible. It is the busiest, quietest place I've ever been. It is super busy, but because there's nothing motorized, there's no motorized lawnmowers, there's no motorized cars, because there's nothing motorized, it's so environmentally quiet. It's just people talking and walking and laughing, and oh my god, I love Mackinac Island. I don't think I want to live there. It's a little too peoply, but what a beautiful experience. If you go to Mackinac Island, okay, I have suggestions. If you go to Mackinac Island, if you go to Mac Island, um, my one of my pen pal just came home from Cape Cod, and it was beautiful too. And she has a video about Cape Cod. Her name is Jackie Just Chatters, if you want to check that out. But if you go to Mackinac Island, I'm getting distracted. If you go to Mackinac Island, do the horse ride, do the carriage ride. It's a little extra, but it's so worth it because they're so thorough, and you have this like um, laid back, quiet, horse drawn carriage. You're in with a group of people because it's kind of a wagon sort of situation, but you get to go into places that you probably it's not just the shops and stuff, because as you come into port, it's just shops. But I mean, when I say just shops, I mean go to the shops. But it's very, very cool because it's like a lot of the hotels, the shops, the restaurants, whatnot. Then if you take the carriage ride, it goes up the hill, and then you go to the Grand Hotel. You can tour the Grand Hotel. It does cost to tour it. Just to walk into the lobby, you have to pay, I think it's like $20 just to walk into the lobby. But it's very beautiful on the outside, and the flowers, and it's just gorgeous to see. It's the uh, the place. It's the location of the Jane Seymour, Christopher Reeves movie. This a Splendor, is it Splendor in the Grass, or Love's Splendor or something? I can't remember. But the carriage will take you all the way around and up the tip of the island. It's just lovely, and you get to see some more of the kind of not so shoppy commercial part of that, even though it's not real super commercial. It's all pretty much locally owned. Somewhere in Time. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy has my back. Thank you. Somewhere in Time is the Christopher Reeves Jane Seymour movie, and it was filmed there, if you've seen that movie. But Mackinac Island, this is my favorite trip that I've ever taken. We spent a week and 2 days in Michigan, and we went to multiple places. So it was incredible. Just sent the title of the first book. Okay, thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Another one on my list. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it is very nice. It is beautiful. It's incredible. My favorite part of it was the lack of environmental noise. It wasn't the constant, like, I don't live in the city, but I live in town, and I can constantly hear cars. Yeah. Would like to see Newport, to see those gorgeous houses built in the Gilded Age. Yeah, I'd like to do that too. I have so many places in the world I want to go, and I don't know if I have enough life to do it all. Yeah, I so many things I would love to see. Tina says all these places sound amazing. Since I started reading cozies, I'm very curious if a place is like those exist. They do. They do. Um, I am bad about reading a book and then wanting to go to where that book takes place. I will never forget, I went to the Chicago Field Museum because I read The Time Traveler's Wife. It was the whole reason I went to the Field Museum, because I read that book. Um, Kim says, I have cousins in Michigan that I don't think I've ever met. Yeah. I adore Michigan, and I feel like we've explored every single part of this part of, this is how Michiganders tell where they're from. So I have a friend that lives here. We went all the way here. We stayed here, and then we traveled around here to come home. So I've never been to the UP. It's fun. Yes, Cynthia, it's so fun to read books about places that you want to visit. I need to read the Nancy Coco Mackinac Island series because I'm sure I will read it and be like, oh, I've been there. I also want to read the Daryl Hannah Lighthouse mystery because they take place in Michigan too. I haven't. I need to. I want to find a Missouri cozy that I love because I don't have one yet. Tammy said I drove cross country to see my daughter in 2021, and she and I went to the Outer Banks. Oh my gosh, it was lovely. I would love to go to the Outer Banks. Kim says she devours travel guides. I could get lost forever in a travel guide. I really could. Um, Cynthia says I'll have to write a Cynthia, please do. There are some good ones. I'm not saying there's not some good ones. There is an older series. I agree, Ro. That sounds wonderful, Tammy. There is an older series. It's by Rhett McPherson that takes place in a real town. That's I don't think they ever name it, but it's based on Kimmswick, Missouri, and it's a good series. I don't love it, but it's definitely an older cozy. The Rory, you read, Kim said she read those. The Rory O'Shea Mysteries is the name of them. Um, what's a travel guide, says Tina. Travel guides are just like magazines or pamphlets that tell about the places you can travel, like Scotland or Florida or whatever. It's kind of like a lot of travel guides or the handheld. They're kind of like this, except this is not a travel guide. This is, well, it's a travel cheese. It's a journey on my culinary experience. Or yeah, a genealogical series is more as a travel guide, and I think that they have them on. Of course, they have them online. I think of travel guides. I think of, because I'm old school, I think of the little pamphlets that you look through to like when you're booking a vacation, or if you're thinking about, or just dreaming about a vacation. Yeah. We like to take a lot of local trips, and Springfield is one of the places that we like to go. Oh, you meant the series is called the Geological. Okay. Sorry about that, Kim. Yeah, I haven't had all of my coffee, so my brain is still not where it needs to be. And even if I got a late start, normally I've ready to go. Added family skeletons. That's it. The family skeletons. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's just not. I want a favorite. I want like, maybe I want too much. I want like a bake shop mystery or something that's Missouri bound. Esther says, interesting. Not many set in the mountains, and mountains are usually small little towns or inlets. I agree. Have I read? Rose asking if I've read The Country Cooking. I have not, but does that take him? That takes place in Missouri, if I remember. I think another thing that has kind of stopped me with some of the Missouri cozies too is I find a few, but they're not accessible unless you order them or buy them, and some of them you can't buy. You buy the travel books. Okay, very nice. Like the coffee table type travel books. I have a Scotland, like a kind of, it's not like the coffee table size, but it's a nice size. When I got my piece of land, I bought the travel book just to kind of see. Anybody ever been here? This is Powell's Books. It's the world's largest used bookstore in Portland, Oregon. Bucket list. Portland, Oregon calls my name. Anything that says keep Portland weird, I'm all about it. I like weirdness, so I would enjoy that. I don't know if I want to live in a city again, but oh, Cynthia, yes, I have had this mug for so long, and it's because I want to go here so much. I've never been out west or northwest, says Lou. The furthest west I've been is Colorado, and I was very young. I don't really remember it. I remember little bits, but I don't really remember it. Washington, Oregon, that's on my bucket list. I'd like to go to the Redwood Forest. At library books, there's both coffee table and the ones that where I stay, eat, and what to see. Very good. Kim gets her travel guides at library book sales. It's a great place to get them. Our library always has books for sale, but I notice it's mostly just like James Patterson. There's not usually anything that isn't accessible on Libby. So I don't, I don't own a lot of books because I don't want to store them. I think I've said that before. So I try to get mine either ebook or, and I like to listen to books more because I can do more. Lou says her library has a used bookstore on the main level. That's awesome. It is. That is awesome. Ours doesn't have a used bookstore. It has a used book shelf. There's two shelves that have books, and I've snatched some. Usually I grab books for other people. She says, I've never really traveled, and my family rarely hasn't either, but y'all are making me need to. Tina, you are a young person. You have all your life to travel, but I do suggest doing it. When I was a young person, I did not ever want to travel. I just wanted to live my life, and I wish that I would have traveled more. Oh, Nadine says, good morning, seeing your live, and I sit down with my breakfast is a fun surprise. Yay! Tina says she's been to Florida, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Kentucky. I've never been to New Jersey. Kim says we went to Arizona in '84 and drove to California, so I can say that I've been to California. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I have a lot of states I've never been to that I would really like to. I've never been the northeast part. The furthest I've been northeast for me is Ohio, and I have never been more west than Colorado. I've been to Oklahoma, Texas, but no, not further than that. I've never been to Mexico or Canada. I've never been out of the state. Yeah, and I'm smack just right down middle into the United States. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for breakfast too. Have fun. Like, what are you eating for breakfast? Sounds delicious. This is my breakfast. It's almost lunchtime for me. I'm meeting a friend in St. Louis today who is her name is Blake. You've probably seen her. Blake Loves Books on Instagram. I'm trying to talk her into doing a channel. Welcome back, Pat. She is she's the programs director for the St. Louis Public Library, and we got to be friends at CozyCon. Kim says her library has a very small bookstore. So we're going to meet for coffee today. To visit my siblings in Pennsylvania, I've driven through a couple of states on the way there a couple of times. Tina says, and Rose says, Tina, that's way more than me. Luz, how exciting. I hope you all have a fun day. Esther, when I've traveled to New York years back, I would stop and check out different libraries just to see the differences. The library is huge. That's awesome. Also, Sonia, I want to thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I missed that comment, Cynthia. Wanted to thank me. You're very welcome for whatever I did. You're very, very welcome. And thank you. I need to thank you hugely just for being here, for being such a wonderful support. I appreciate you so much. When I am finished with lives, I can never find the comments, but I'm in my toddler stage, guys. I really appreciate how patient you all are with me. But I can't figure out how to read comments after because I want to make sure that I read them all and see them all. And I don't do a good job of that. Nadine says she's having a fried egg sandwich. That sounds delicious. Lou said the firsts are so hard. Oh, I missed that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't want to mess this up, but I don't know how to make it visible. Or if I even can. So Cynthia, thank you so much. And I hope that everything is well. So the library here in my city is an old Carnegie library, says Esther. Wow, that's awesome. I bet it's beautiful architecture. Oh, I'd love to see that. I would love to go to every state and go to the libraries. Oh, almost blew over. Pat says, if anyone's looking for historical mystery, check out Body on the Doorstep by Marty Wingate. Kim says, we used to do a big trip every couple of years, Yellowstone, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Florida. That sounds really fun. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my goodness, we've been here for 45 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, don't you think? I'm certainly having fun, and I appreciate all of you. I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. I know I say thank you a lot. I get told that I say thank you and sorry a lot, but when I say them, I really do truly mean them. Tina is asking, have you looked into StreamYard? I haven't yet, but I will. Thank you. Lou says, thanks, Pat. It's on KU. The bank looks like an old bank, says Ezra. That's awesome. I have a friend that lives in an old bank. It's so cool. It has the big vault, and all of their lofts are in this great big bank. It's such a cool place. Now Kim says ours was a Carnegie. We still have the front facade. That's so cool. Oh, I was talking about libraries. Anytime I travel, I have to go to the library. Do you all do that? I will go to the library to every place I travel. Rose says going live straight from YouTube sounds so much easier. I, like I said, in my toddler stages, Ro, because that's where I am, I just thought, honestly, when I went live the last time, and this time too, I was like, probably there were, people are working, or, this isn't too interesting to them or whatnot. And the fact that you all come and support me just really touches my heart. So I thank you. Tina says it's really easy to use if you know have up learning. I will, Tina. You can be my teacher. Pick up my dog. The groomer is ready to pick up. Bye, Tammy. Thank you for coming. Lou, the Aaron Scott's on KU2. That's awesome. I work at a bank. The original vault. Yes, please read Aaron Scott. LOL. Cynthia, it is cool. It is really cool. And the vault is like, the doors are gold. It's just very cool. Oh, roasted Tammy. Oh. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to my day. I love any time where I can get together and talk about books. So I get to talk about books with you guys, and then I'm going to talk books with Blake. So I'm very excited about it. Oh, wow. Tina, that's very cool. So I just, today years old, realized that you all can read each other's comments. It just clicked because you're commenting on other people's stuff. Oh, wow. Yes, like I said, I think the toddler fell down a little bit. Oh, I love you too, Cynthia. Thank you. Uh, you know, I don't think that I'm old. I don't look at age as being, I just don't look at it. I don't feel that way. But when I do, oh, cool. That's fun. Awesome. Awesome, Rochelle. I'll have to tell her you said hey. When I look at I was not born or worked in a technology age. That is more of a millennial, and I'm a Gen Xer. So when I get on this and do these things, I'm like grandma trying to figure this stuff out. And then it's kind of embarrassing. Now, I taught with technology my last 10 years teaching. I Google and Google Slides and Google all of that. And we had Google Classroom. I'm Google, I did all of that. But now, whew, Esther, you are a young lady. You have lots of life. You are a young lady. I think that's amazing. I think that old is more of an action than an age. Cynthia, oh, don't be embarrassed. We all have to learn. I agree. Being the teacher, though, I feel like I always have to know everything, and so it humbles me to say that I don't know. And a lot of pressures in teaching. Teachers are expected to know everything, and we don't. And I'm not teaching right now. I'm just relaxing, so I just get to be me, and I don't have to worry about the pressures of things. And that's because of you all. You're great. Great grandma was 101 when she passed. It was spry up until the day she passed. I think that age is it's just numbers. I feel like as a society we put way too much pressure on numbers and way too much emphasis on numbers. Weight, age. Yeah. You are all young ladies. Bye, Tina. Thank you so much. I love the company. I may be asking you since you are a young lady, I will ask you some techie questions. Help grandma out, okay? Thank you. Thanks for coming, Tina. Esther, I'm always afraid to break something or do something really stupid and embarrass myself. Yes, Tina, have a great day. I'll see you around the YouTube or the BookTube block. Was that cool or goofy? I don't know. Cynthia says, especially women, it's like you turn 30 and you're the crypt keeper immediately. Okay, we can have a TED talk on this about how women's age is such an important thing. Youth and beauty. Why is youth the only thing that's beautiful? Kim says her daddy liked to take her to the library when she gets. Oh, that's awesome. See the Disney stuff. That's cool. Oh, that's incredible, Kim. Kim, I love that you have such a good relationship with your father. That's beautiful. I love that. That warms my heart so much. I don't have a relationship with my father, so when other people talk about their daddies, it touches my heart. It kind of gives me the feels. So, That's wonderful. And enjoy and embrace every bit of that. It's beautiful. Uh, Lou, I think that you were commenting about the age thing. Yes, I get so frustrated with anti-aging. Who wants anti? The real only anti-aging is death. I'm not interested in that. So I will just continue to age. And there's some beautiful things that come with age. Cynthia says, like, I'm 27 and unmarried and have no kids, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm young and we'll be forever. Cynthia, that's ridiculous that you're 27 and not married and without kids, and people think that you're like, there's something wrong. Are you kidding me? Are we living the blue castle all over? This is, there are lots of people. I'm going to be 50 and I don't have children. And um, I met my boo when I was well into my 40s. So, yeah. Uh, I've had the only anti aging is death. Oh, honey, I have a big teacher voice. Remember when we talked about concerts? If you were at Sarah's birthday chat and we talked about concerts, sold out Busch Stadium heard my voice. So, Esther said at 74, I never married and no kids, just dogs. Esther, if you're happy, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I do not have children, and it was very much a choice. And I love children, but I have had lots of children in my life, and I just, Cynthia said, yes, I want to have all the dogs. I think that's probably where my niece is going to go. She loves dogs and animals and isn't really interested in the dating and stuff. So I kind of wish when I was younger I would have put more emphasis in just living an enjoyable life instead of the pressures to get married and have kids. Rose said, what birds are going crazy there? Every bird there is. We have, there's a power line here and there's a power line here, like a power pole, and that's a woodpecker. And he likes to wake up about 5:45 every morning, and my bedroom window is on this side, so I get to, if my window is open, it's yes. I don't love the woodpecker, but we have cardinals, blue jays, bluebirds. There's some crows. We have chickadees. We have some red-winged blackbirds. We have, I'm trying to call all the birds, but I can't, I don't know all of them. We have a lot of robins and sparrows. The ones that you're probably hearing the most are the robins, but that that's a bluebird. We have a lot of cardinals too. I hear the woodpecker better than the chickens I hear. Yeah, you probably get roosters fairly early in the morning. Oh, Kim worked at a nursery. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Cynthia, tell me why I want to get into bird watching. I love it. Esther, I have a Charlie Brown 11. Aw, how cute. That's so cute. Esther, I love that. Yeah, the older I get, the more I appreciate just sitting here listening to the birds and watching. And I remember when my Grammy, I was raised by my Grammy, and she used to just, and she didn't even sit outside. She would sit in her kitchen, and there was a window there, and she would watch the birds and listen to them. And I would say, Grammy, what you doing? And she'd be like, oh, just having some sit and stare time. And I think we all need a little sit and stare time. Hi, Just One Page. How are you? I'm sorry, I don't know your not handle names. So, but thank you for coming so much. It's good to see you. Uh, yes, Ro has chickens, and it's a very interesting story. I think Ro should do a video about her yard chickens because I think it's interesting that she just has chickens. Marie, it's very nice to meet you, Marie. Just One Page is Marie. I'm going to put that in my permanent memory banks. Good morning, Marie. Almost good afternoon for some of you, probably. Thank you so much for coming. We're just having a little coffee chat. What are you reading, Marie? Having a little coffee chat. I was talking about this is the book I'm reading, Curds of Prey by Karina Moss. Karina Moss is just the most delightful person. She is such a sweetheart, and she just lost her dad this week. Which made me sad because she's just kind of, she's effervescent. She's such a nice, kind, lady. She always has the nicest things to say. So yeah, she's great. Well, I have been on here. Oh, the whole city has chickens. A sign at the grocery store says, "Don't feed the chickens." That's so crazy to me. Wow. And nobody, like, do they lay eggs? Like, can you pick eggs? I always say pick eggs. I know you're gathering eggs. I'm starting Deadly Summer Nights and Cheddar Off Dead based on the recommendations. Yay, this is part of the Cheddar Off Dead. I love this series. Quintessential cozy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I will be finishing this one. I'm hopefully, and then I want to finish this month. So I'll have the series finished. So, yeah, excellent. Excellent, Marie, I'm sorry. Thank you. Um, awesome, Cynthia. I hate to stop the chat today, but I can't believe that we've been here for almost an hour. I love the covers too. Oh, I'm sorry, Esther. Um, I do have to, I am going to stop this because, like I said, oh my gosh, it's been almost an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope today that you guys have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and a nice weekend. We have, I love this. Thank you so much for being my community. In my ELA classes, we talk about community and how community is not just where you live, but it's also the people you spend time with. Like we have a classroom community. I appreciate so much you all being part of my community, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You all touch me, and you are taking an old goat and pushing her to do things that she never thought she would do. So thank you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.